Hello everyone and welcome back to the next devlog in what looks like a different engine. I'm finally back from my week off that I took off, and then I had a little mishap last week with making a project that I wasn't really enjoying, so I kind of missed last week because of that. But finally I can release another devlog for this. Firstly, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I'm using Unreal Engine this time round. The last couple of devlogs have been done in Unity, and every week I've been kind of spending like a day or so just trying to get to grips with how Unreal Engine works, so I can start doing some basic stuff in Unreal Engine. So this whole project is going to be done using Unreal Engine just so I can kind of learn some more and kind of get better at it. Let's maybe start talking about kind of the game that I'm trying to make at the moment. So at the moment there's kind of some basic mechanics of moving around, and I have this like kind of projectile thing that I can throw. We have some enemies down here indicated by these orange characters at the moment, and the kind of thing I'm thinking about is kind of having this kind of like movement oriented kind of speedy kind of game, so we kind of have really like easy kind of air control times, and these enemies kind of follow you around and you can end up like hitting them and destroying them. So it's going to kind of be more like a kind of a movement kind of challenge kind of game is the kind of thing that I'm thinking of doing, where you kind of going to get through a level dodging or killing different types of enemies, and then kind of parkouring kind of over different obstacles to kind of get the fastest time is kind of the kind of basic idea that I'm thinking of doing for this game. So currently the play mechanics are kind of just limited to being able to move around and jump and fire, and I kind of feel like this might be the only things I do. I might end up adding in some kind of wall climbing ability, so if you're close enough to the edge and you click space again, maybe you'll be able to climb up a bit higher. But I'm not too sure if I want to do that at the moment. But I kind of feel like these are the more kind of play mechanics I'm going to keep, and then we kind of have some more external mechanics like having these enemies and kind of you can interact with some of the environments and stuff like this. And I'm also thinking maybe we add in some kind of like moving platforms and some kind of simple buttons and stuff like that maybe too, just so there's kind of some interaction with the rest of the real world too. So maybe you have to like hit a button that's over here and then jump across the rest of the map to get to a door over here and you kind of complete the level that way. So that's the kind of general thinking I'm thinking of. But kind of with enemies, I'm kind of thinking we have the enemies that charge you like they are currently now. And then maybe we'll also have some kind of more static ones that maybe will fire stuff at you. So because you can fire at them, it's kind of easy to just kind of get rid of them. So maybe we'll have the things that fire at us, and this is all set up currently too so that I can change the health of them, so that maybe we have to hit them more than once. And so with them having extra health, it kind of makes it a little bit harder. You kind of got to spam click them to really take them down while they're charging at you, which kind of makes it a bit more difficult, but it's not as satisfying as being able to just kind of hit them once, and you obviously get hit and die a lot faster because of it. Like it's not as satisfying because you got to spam click it. And so that's kind of what I've been up to this week so far. I think next week I'm going to start working on kind of some of the design and theme for the rest of the game. Maybe start kind of blocking out a couple levels while trying to figure out kind of what's the object going to be that we're going to be throwing, what kind of look are we going for the whole game, and try to start getting some of that level progression kind of into it too. So what's the end point going to be, and then moving on to the next level. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week.